The U.S. military is preparing for a historic operation on home soil, focused on taking down the powerful drug cartels that have deeply infiltrated our borders. The U.S. Navy has positioned itself along the coasts, enforcing strict embargoes to cut off the supply lines of these dangerous criminal networks. President-elect Donald Trump has announced an aggressive plan to tackle these cartels, deploying every necessary military asset, from elite special forces to advanced cyber warfare teams, to dismantle their leadership and infrastructure. This bold move comes as a response to the heavy toll drug cartels have inflicted on American lives, particularly with synthetic opioids. In 2023 alone, drug overdoses claimed over 107,000 lives in the U.S. Although this number is slightly down from the previous year, it's still devastatingly high. Shockingly, more than 70,000 of these deaths involved synthetic opioids, primarily fentanyl. These statistics underscore the devastating impact that cartel-supplied drugs are having on our communities. But this goes beyond just drug trafficking. Recently, the notorious Colombian cartel authorized violent attacks on U.S. Border Patrol agents, escalating the threat and highlighting the national security risks these groups pose. In response, the U.S. government has imposed sanctions on key members of these cartels' armed wings, aiming to disrupt fentanyl flows and weaken their operations. This isn't just another headline. It's a critical turning point. The cartels have declared a dangerous war on America, and now America is preparing to defend itself. This military mobilization aims to protect our communities from these well-funded, highly organized groups that have embedded themselves within our borders. And it's not just up to the government. There are steps you can take to stay safe and prepared if these conflicts impact American communities directly. Start with essentials, like keeping water purification tools on hand, and be aware of more practical ways to protect yourself and your family. Water is something we can't live without. Over 60% of our bodies are made up of it. Going without water can lead to dangerous dehydration within days. Now, imagine a crisis where our infrastructure fails, especially our water supply. Just last month, a cyber attack targeted a water treatment facility in Texas, exposing how vulnerable our systems truly are. A larger-scale attack could leave millions without safe drinking water, highlighting why it's essential to have reliable water purification systems and emergency storage solutions. A high-quality purification system isn't just a smart investment, it's a necessity if you want to be prepared. Gravity-fed filters used in rugged backcountry trips are excellent for emergency situations too. They can remove bacteria, viruses, heavy metals, and other contaminants, making even murky water safe to drink. Portable filtration straws are also a great choice. They're small, lightweight, and can filter hundreds of gallons, making them ideal for individual use. Water purification tablets are another smart addition. Compact and easy to carry, they allow you to quickly purify large amounts of water. Keep a few tablets in your emergency kit, car, and around the house. Just one tablet can purify a liter of water, which could be a game changer in a water scarcity emergency. Now, let's talk about storage. For preparedness, aim to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 2 weeks. But here's a pro tip. Don't just think about drinking water. In an emergency, you'll also need water for cooking, sanitation, and personal hygiene. Large capacity water tanks are an excellent option for storing additional water, ensuring you have enough for all needs. With these water solutions in place, you're taking a vital step toward resilience, no matter what challenges arise. When storing water for emergencies, aim for food-grade containers designed specifically for long-term storage. Some of these tanks come with features to keep water fresh for extended periods. As a bonus, you can add water preservation drops to your stored water, which can keep it safe for years, so you don't have to constantly rotate your stock. This way, you'll have a larger reserve ready when needed. Consider where you store this water. Basements and garages can work, but it's essential to keep the area cool, dry, and out of direct sunlight. Sunlight can promote bacteria growth and break down plastic containers over time. If you live in high-risk areas prone to natural disasters or where the ground is unstable, consider storing some water on each floor of your home. This way, if structural damage blocks access to one area, you'll still have reserves elsewhere. The health consequences of not having clean water are severe. Dehydration can set in faster than expected, especially if you're confined and local facilities are down. Dehydration affects everything from cognitive function to cardiovascular health. In extreme cases, lack of water can lead to kidney failure, heat stroke, and even unconsciousness. Now, let's talk about communication. Staying connected during a crisis is crucial. When communication networks fail, the isolation and lack of information can quickly become dangerous. Imagine being cut off, with no way to know where it's safe, what's happening nearby, or how to contact loved ones. This scenario isn't hypothetical. Earlier this year, Florida experienced a cellular blackout, showing just how vulnerable our communication systems can be. In the next section, we'll cover essential communication tools and backup power sources to help you stay informed and connected, even when traditional systems go down. Imagine facing a crisis without access to updates or emergency contacts. What would you do? This is why reliable, portable communication tools are essential for every preparedness kit. First on the list, handheld radios. Look for models that can connect to emergency channels, especially those with no-way weather alerts, two-way communication, and a good range to stay in touch with family or neighbors. Multi-band radios are an excellent investment as they can pick up both local and national broadcasts, providing a crucial link to information. Don't forget about power sources. Stock up on extra batteries and consider solar-powered or hand-crank emergency radios. These options ensure that even if the grid goes down, you'll still have access to critical information, day or night. To keep your devices powered, a high-capacity portable power bank is a must. Aim for one with over 20,000 milliamp hours, so you can charge multiple devices for extended periods. A solar-powered charger is also a smart backup. With the right solar panel, you can keep power banks, radios, and even small appliances charged, ensuring you're not left in the dark when traditional power sources are unavailable. Take some time to familiarize yourself with these tools now, so you'll be ready when it matters most. Staying connected during a crisis isn't just convenient, it's vital for survival. Access to information, communication with loved ones, and receiving timely updates can guide your decisions in high-stakes situations. This is more than a suggestion. It's about keeping a lifeline open when you need it most. Store these tools in a safe, accessible place so that in a crisis, you have the power to stay informed and connected. Staying connected during a crisis can mean the difference between staying calm and falling into chaos. But just as crucial is having the right protective gear to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Safety gear isn't only for extreme situations. It's about being prepared for anything, whether it's civil unrest or natural disasters. During the 2020 unrest, response teams were stretched thin, leaving many to fend for themselves. Having essential protective equipment can give you peace of mind and potentially save lives. Let's start with N95 masks. These masks are essential as they filter out airborne contaminants and smoke, protecting you from dangerous particles in case of building damage or poor air quality. Make sure to have enough high-filtration masks for everyone in your household. Beyond masks, consider heavy-duty gloves for handling sharp debris, sturdy boots to protect your feet, and goggles to shield your eyes from dust, smoke, and flying debris. If you live in an urban area or a high-risk zone, add fire-resistant gloves and clothing to your kit. In the event of a fire or explosion, this type of gear could make all the difference in getting out safely without injury. Ear protection is another essential that often goes overlooked. Foam earplugs or industrial-grade earmuffs can be a lifesaver in situations with loud noises like blasts, which can damage hearing and make it harder to stay alert. Protective gear isn't just about physical armor, it's also about tools. A tactical flashlight is a small but powerful item to keep on hand. Not only can it help you see in low visibility, but it can also temporarily blind and disorient potential threats, buying you valuable time to get away. In an emergency, having this gear accessible can be crucial. Equip yourself now so that you're ready to face any challenge, keeping safety and preparedness front and center. In addition to visibility in low-light situations, a tactical flashlight can make a big difference, while personal alarms or emergency whistles are invaluable tools for signaling if you're trapped or need help. These aren't just for protection against external threats. They're also for unexpected dangers, like structural damage, poor air quality, and other hazards that can arise in a crisis. Make sure to store this gear in an easy-to-reach location so it's ready when you need it. Having the right protective equipment can mean the difference between being vulnerable and staying safe, prepared, and resilient in any situation. Now, let's talk about food supplies. Think of your pantry as your lifeline, especially when stores may not have what you need. In any major crisis, grocery shelves can be emptied within hours. Last year's supply chain issues left some U.S. cities without essentials for days, and in a more serious emergency, that shortage could last even longer. So, what should you stock up on? Start with canned goods, freeze-dried meals, and high-calorie ration bars, as they're reliable and easy to store. But for a more sustainable stockpile, focus on shelf-stable foods that last for years without refrigeration. Staples like rice, beans, and pasta are not only filling, but also rich in carbohydrates that provide energy and can be used in a variety of recipes. To go beyond the basics, consider powdered milk for protein and calcium. Nutrient-dense options like oats, nuts, seeds, and canned vegetables will provide essential vitamins to keep you nourished during prolonged hardship. When building your food stash, remember that variety is key. These foods don't just keep you full. They ensure you stay strong and healthy, ready to face any challenge. In the next part, we'll cover tips for organizing and storing your food supplies to keep them fresh and accessible. Turning simple ingredients into satisfying meals can bring comfort when routines start to feel repetitive. A well-rounded food supply is about more than just keeping hunger at bay. It's about fueling your body, maintaining your immune system, and supporting mental resilience. Preparing this way ensures you're not just surviving, but thriving, no matter what life brings. Next up, medical supplies. In a crisis, there's no room for shortcuts, especially when it comes to health. If a large-scale disaster or attack strikes, the local healthcare system might be stretched thin or compromised, forcing you to manage medical issues on your own. We saw during the pandemic how quickly essential items like medications and hospital beds became scarce, making even basic healthcare feel like a luxury. Now, imagine a scenario where professional help is hours or even days away. Having a complete medical kit is not just an option, it's essential. Start with a fully stocked first aid kit. Go beyond the basics and include wound care supplies, antiseptics, sterile gloves, and plenty of gauze and bandages to handle multiple injuries. Quality is crucial. In a crisis, flimsy bandages or low-grade supplies won't hold up when you need them most. Over-the-counter medications are also vital, especially pain relievers, antihistamines, and antidiarrheals. These can address everything from headaches to allergic reactions and digestive issues. Think ahead and consider adding a supply of antibiotics if possible, as they could be life-saving in case of infection when medical help is delayed. Preparing this kit now, before an emergency, will make you ready to handle health challenges independently. In the following section, we'll discuss essential hygiene products and sanitation tips to keep you and your surroundings safe during a crisis. In a full-scale emergency, certain medical supplies may be nearly impossible to obtain. For example, fish antibiotics can be a last resort option, as they often contain the same active ingredients as those prescribed for humans. If you or a family member has a chronic condition, securing extra prescriptions to build up a backup supply is essential. Medications for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, and mental health are crucial, and even a small reserve can be invaluable if pharmacies are closed. In addition, consider having some basic medical equipment on hand, such as a pulse oximeter, thermometer, and blood pressure cuff. These compact tools can provide critical health insights, helping you make informed choices in high-pressure situations. For more severe injuries, a tactical trauma kit stocked with essentials like a tourniquet, hemostatic agents, and chest seals could be life-saving. Knowing how to use these items is just as important, so consider taking a survival medicine or basic first aid course. In emergencies, knowledge can be a true lifeline. Being prepared to handle burns, injuries, or sudden illness on your own could make all the difference in a crisis. Proactive preparation ensures you can keep yourself and your family safe and healthy, even without immediate medical help. Now let's discuss alternative heating and lighting. When the power goes out, so does access to heating and lighting. This isn't just an inconvenience. It can be life-threatening, as we saw during the Texas winter storm, where some people tragically froze in their homes due to power grid failures. If an attack on our infrastructure leaves us in the dark and cold, having reliable sources of heat and light is essential. In the following section, we'll go over specific tools and strategies to stay warm and keep your home safely lit when traditional options aren't available. When stocking up on food for a long-term crisis, calorie content and nutritional density are key. High-fat, high-protein foods like peanut butter are ideal because they're calorie-dense, have a long shelf life, and help keep up your strength when it matters most. Quality cooking oils like olive and coconut oil are also essential for both flavor and calorie density. These oils don't spoil easily and provide an energy-rich boost to any meal, helping stretch your food supply. For bulk items like rice, beans, and flour, store them in large, food-safe containers with oxygen absorbers. This simple step can keep them fresh for years. Consider adding Mylar bags for extra protection to shield your stores from moisture, pests, and light, 3 of the biggest threats to long-term storage. It's also important to include comfort foods like coffee, chocolate, and sugar. These indulgences are more than just treats. They provide a crucial morale boost during stressful times. Sugar, specifically, acts as a natural preservative and enhances the flavor of meals, making them more enjoyable. Spices like salt, pepper, and dried herbs are also indispensable for seasoning and keeping meals flavorful. If you live in a cold region, make sure to stock up on portable propane heaters. Just ensure they're safe for indoor use and that you have enough fuel. Extreme cold isn't just uncomfortable, it can be deadly. Don't forget to pack thermal blankets, sleeping bags for extreme conditions, and body warmers to conserve heat when needed. Layering reflective emergency blankets with regular blankets can help trap heat around your body, providing extra warmth in critical situations. When the grid goes down, not only do you lose heating and lighting, but it can also become dangerous. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a matter of survival. The Texas winter storm tragedy, where people were left to endure freezing temperatures at home due to power failure, shows just how serious these situations can be. Preparing for heat and light loss is essential for your safety, and in the next section, we'll explore backup solutions that ensure you stay warm and lit in a crisis. When a large-scale attack or disaster strikes, you need to be ready for the possibility of freezing conditions. Portable propane heaters can be a lifesaver, but be sure they are approved for indoor use. Also, keep plenty of fuel on hand to ensure you can maintain warmth when it's needed most. In addition to heaters, thick thermal blankets, sleeping bags rated for extreme cold, and body warmers are essential. Layering blankets with reflective emergency ones will help trap heat around your body and keep you safe. Imagine a world where the grid fails. No heat, no light. This could turn into a life or death situation, as we saw during the Texas winter storm, where people tragically froze due to a power grid collapse. If a similar crisis were to happen, especially in older areas, it's crucial to be prepared. Invest in indoor-safe propane heaters and ensure you have a large fuel supply. Heat isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Thermal blankets, sleeping bags designed for extreme cold, and body warmers are critical for keeping warmth in these conditions. Layering sleeping bags with additional blankets, or even reflective emergency blankets, can provide an effective heat barrier, keeping you warm and safe. These simple, yet vital preparations could mean the difference between life and death during a power grid failure or infrastructure attack. Now, let's look at how to stay warm when the power goes out. The loss of heat and lighting during a power grid failure isn't just an inconvenience, it can be life-threatening. The Texas winter storm demonstrated just how devastating this can be when families were left freezing in their homes. Preparing ahead is the key to survival. If you're in a colder climate, invest in portable propane heaters that are safe for indoor use, and make sure to stock up on enough fuel to get you through the worst. Up on plenty of fuel during extreme cold heating becomes a matter of survival. Make sure you have thick thermal blankets, sleeping bags for frigid temperatures, and body warmers, layering blankets, or using reflective emergency blankets can also help trap heat. 5 heating and lighting in an emergency. What you need when the grid goes down, you'll quickly realize how vital heating and lighting are not just for comfort, but for safety. The tragic Texas winter storm power outage left people without heat, forcing them into dangerously cold conditions. In the event of a major infrastructure failure, be prepared to stay warm and safe. Portable propane heaters are a great option, but always ensure they are safe for indoor use and keep a large supply of fuel. Extreme cold can be life-threatening, so stock up on thick thermal blankets. Sleeping bags designed for freezing temperatures and body warmers, layering blankets, or using reflective emergency blankets will help conserve and trap your body heat. 4 self-defense tools and tactical training resources when an emergency strikes. It's crucial to be prepared to protect yourself and your loved ones. Recent events, like power outages and civil unrest, have shown how delays in emergency response can leave people vulnerable to dangers like break-ins, looting, and even physical assaults in situations where law enforcement may not be able to act quickly. Having the right tools in training can make all the difference. Non-lethal self-defense tools are a great place to start. Pepper spray is a compact, affordable, and effective option, giving you a way to keep attackers at a safe distance. Another useful tool is a stun gun, which delivers a strong shock to disable a threat. Don't underestimate the power of a tactical flashlight either. These can temporarily blind and disorient an attacker, giving you a chance to escape or defend yourself. A good tactical flashlight is bright, durable, and can serve as both a light source and a self-defense tool. Additionally, carrying a personal alarm or emergency whistle can alert others nearby if you're in danger, increasing your chances of getting help quickly. Beyond the tools themselves, it's crucial to invest in self-defense training. Knowing how to use your tools effectively and being prepared to defend yourself in high-stress situations can make a world of difference. Consider taking a basic self-defense or tactical training course. These resources teach you how to stay calm under pressure, recognize potential threats, and act quickly when necessary. Remember, in times of crisis, your safety is your responsibility. Being equipped with the right tools and the knowledge to use them can help protect not just your home, but your family as well. Whether it's a home invasion, civil unrest, or any other emergency, having self-defense tools and training can keep you one step ahead of potential dangers. Items like food, water, medicine, or fuel. Bartering is a survival skill that can be just as important as having supplies. When traditional currency becomes less reliable, being able to trade what you have for what you need can make all the difference. So, what should you stockpile for bartering? Think beyond the typical items. While things like extra food and water are essential, consider including smaller, high-demand items that are easy to trade. Personal hygiene products, batteries, flashlights, hygiene wipes, soap, or even alcohol can become highly valuable when resources are scarce. In addition, items like ammo, matches, seeds, or medical supplies could be crucial for people who are in desperate need. Building your stockpile for bartering isn't just about having things to trade. It's about understanding the value of what you have and thinking about the needs of others. Think about the things you would need in a crisis, and consider stocking up on those items now, while they're still available. It's also a good idea to learn negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair deal when trading. In short, a well-thought-out bartering strategy can give you a crucial edge when you're faced with shortages. By having extra supplies and knowing what others might need, you can ensure that you're not just surviving, but thriving in any situation. Citation supplies for crisis preparedness. In any crisis situation, maintaining personal hygiene and sanitation is crucial not only for your health, but for maintaining morale and mental well-being. Cleanliness becomes more challenging when conventional systems fail, so it's important to prepare accordingly. Start by stocking up on basic hygiene products like soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and deodorant. These may seem like everyday items, but in an emergency, they become highly valued. Don't forget about feminine hygiene products, which can be in high demand and are often overlooked in crisis prep. It's wise to have extra supplies for everyone in the household. Consider purchasing disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizers, and cleaning supplies that can help reduce the spread of germs when clean water is limited. Along with personal hygiene, sanitary solutions for waste disposal are essential. Look into portable toilets, or if space and budget are a concern, stock up on heavy-duty trash bags and biodegradable wipes that can help manage waste. Also, consider investing in waterless hand sanitizing products and dry shampoo, which are especially useful when water is in short supply. Having these in your prep kit can help avoid the spread of illness and reduce the stress that comes from basic needs being unmet. In addition to these, stock up on things like toilet paper, baby wipes, and paper towels, as they are commonly used in any home. These are even more vital in a situation where stores are closed or supply chains are disrupted. If possible, purchase items in bulk so you aren't caught unprepared. Remember, comfort and hygiene go hand in hand, and preserving both in tough times can make a big difference in how you and your loved ones cope with a crisis. Being ready for these basic needs allows you to focus on the more critical survival tasks, knowing that you've got cleanliness covered. It's not just about surviving, it's about maintaining a level of comfort and normalcy, which plays a big role in keeping your mental health stable during tough times. Keep oral hygiene intact, which is vital for avoiding infections. These small but essential items ensure that you can continue to care for your health, even when access to regular facilities is limited. To round out your hygiene and sanitation kit, consider adding face masks to protect against airborne particles and bacteria. In situations where dust, smoke, or contamination is a concern, these masks can help reduce exposure. Additionally, consider storing a good supply of gloves for handling waste, cleaning, or any situation where direct contact with potentially contaminated surfaces is inevitable. If you're in an area where mosquitoes or other pests are a concern, stock up on insect repellent and netting to reduce the risk of vector-borne diseases. These preventative measures can be life-saving when medical care isn't easily accessible. Sanitation and hygiene are often overlooked in emergency preparedness, but they are just as crucial as food and water. Without the proper supplies, the risk of disease skyrockets, and your ability to stay healthy and maintain morale can quickly deteriorate. Preparing for sanitation in advance can protect both your physical and mental well-being in the event of a disaster. Remember, maintaining cleanliness and hygiene isn't just about comfort. It's a fundamental part of staying safe and healthy when survival is on the line. Well, make sure these fuels are stored in appropriate, well-ventilated areas away from potential hazards. Proper storage ensures that you'll have the necessary power to keep essential appliances running, especially when the grid is down. Beyond your vehicle, consider other forms of emergency transportation. A sturdy bicycle can be a lifesaver when roads are impassable or when fuel runs out. Ensure it's well maintained, with extra parts like inner tubes, tires, and a pump to handle any unexpected repairs. A well-stocked backpack for both you and your family members, with water, food, and personal items, will also be essential if you need to travel on foot. If you're in an area prone to extreme weather or infrastructure disruptions, invest in an off-road or four-wheel drive vehicle that's better equipped to handle rough terrain or flooded roads. This can help you access safer routes when normal roads are blocked or impassable. Also, ensure your vehicle is equipped with a GPS and a paper map as a backup, in case digital maps are unavailable. Remember that transportation and fuel reserves aren't just for convenience. They're a vital part of your emergency plan. They ensure that you can move quickly to safety, escape potentially dangerous situations, or navigate to resources when others are stuck or stranded. This mobility can be the difference between being stuck in place and being able to protect your family and find safer ground during a crisis. Fuel isn't just for your car. It powers the essential tools you'll need when the grid goes down. Alternative transportation options can also be a game changer. A durable bicycle or even a compact folding bike can offer a reliable backup if roads are blocked or fuel is unavailable. By planning ahead with these essentials, you ensure flexibility and mobility in the worst situations. Biking has unique advantages. It helps you avoid traffic jams, saves on fuel, and allows you to navigate smaller, less crowded routes. In some situations, simply having a bike with a sturdy rack to carry supplies can keep you moving when others are stuck. But true preparedness goes beyond just having a bike. It's about strategic planning. Identify multiple evacuation routes and include alternate roads in your plan. Highways and interstates can quickly become clogged during a crisis, so knowing hidden routes and back roads is crucial. Make sure to check out rest areas, gas stations, and safe stopping points along your route. Always have a backup paper map in your car in case GPS fails. Familiarity with these alternative paths can be a lifesaver when time is of the essence. Mobility is about more than just getting out. It's about having options and knowing how to reach safety when the time comes. Whether you're running errands or need to evacuate entirely, setting yourself up now with the right tools and supplies ensures you're self-sufficient and ready to act. Being prepared allows you to make quick, informed decisions when an emergency strikes. Thanks for watching.